Hey guys, sorry about that. We had a little bit of a technical problem. When I say little bit of a technical problem, I mean huge technical problem. Even though I have changed nothing, and I mean nothing since the last stream. Like, seriously, I have not changed a single thing. For some reason, Streamlabs OBS decided that it would not detect the YouTube event. And the way that I've actually got it to work finally is such a ridiculous thing. All I've done is unchecked one box, which is to confirm the event, and now it works. I mean, I don't get it. But hey, doesn't matter. We're live now. Hey, you know what? I've missed this the last couple of weeks, and with me, as ever, is no nanny giggles. No nanny giggles this week, but she's not feeling well. She's got problems with her jaw. But I am joined by Picture Perfect.
Hey guys, hope you're all having a lovely evening.
Oh, and Alex Barton kicks us off. Not just Alex Barton, but also we've got a new member. Look at that. Pale Rider, 1942. You going to say hello to him?
Welcome, Pale Rider.
Hey, Alex Barton, a £10 donation, and he says, there was a law student named Rex. Oh, it's a limerick, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There was a law student named Rex who had very small organs of sex. When brought in for exposure, he replied with composure, you know what? I'm not going to read that because I don't know what it means. And I bet you're trying to get me to say something very, very rude. So, guys, figure it out yourselves. Oh, so, how are you doing? Anything happening interesting in your life? Picture?
Well, I recently moved house.
Did you?
I did.
Did you really?
Yes.
I had no idea.
Oh, really?
Really? I had absolutely no idea. Anything you want to give away about your move?
No, I'm gonna let you.
Oh, you want me to, point out your stalkerness?
I thought you might have some enjoyment out of it.
No, not really. I'm still kind of scared. So, I introduced when Picture Perfect moved to London. I introduced Picture Perfect to my local area, which is Kingston upon Thames. And you quite like Kingston, don't you, Picture?
I do, very much.
So you decided that you'd kind of like to move a bit closer to Kingston.
I did, yeah.
You did.
Mm-hmm.
And consequently, a bit closer to me.
Yes.
How far away do you live, Picture?
Quite literally around the corner.
No. That is so misleading. It's not around the corner. Distance, how far away do you live?
Like a few feet.
No, see, can't you actually give a proper answer? It's not a few feet. You don't live within the next 10 feet. There isn't a building within 10 feet of my building.
No.
Tell the truth. How far away is your house from my house?
Like 100 meters?
God, you've got some weird, distance perception problem. How is it? We were talking about this the other day. It's 25 meters.
Okay, fine. Maybe that was an overestimate.
So, Jesus. Oh, there's Cubicle. I haven't seen Cubicle for a while. Hi, Cubicle.
Hey, Cubicle.
Yeah. Way to go ruining a good story. What is it with you? Good grief. It's how far away do you live? A few feet. No, you don't. 100 yards. Yeah, you know what you're like?
What?
You're like the woman guessing on...
No!
Yes. Oh, Catherine Tate.
Mm-hmm.
One of the Catherine Tate sketches.
Yeah.
Guess how old I am. 58. What? 17. Oh dear. Guess how much weight I've lost? 10 stone. Oh God. John Doe says, so near enough next door. No, it is next door.
Mm-hmm.
I live... yeah, it's next door anyway. It's next door. Anyway, but just leave it at that. It's great. That's great. So Picture Perfect is officially a freaking stalker.
No.
Yes.
It just worked out that way.
What do you mean it just worked out? Oh, like I said to them, I want somewhere to live, and they just told me where to live. I had no say in it. It just worked out that way. No, it didn't. You chose it.
Yes.
The funny thing is, like a couple of weeks ago, she looked at another place, which was like a couple of 100 yards away.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently that wasn't close enough. So yeah, definitely stalker. We have got a $5 super chat from Black Outcast Media Broadcasting. Loving Oni and Skye's the reason. Get that done. Priority 9. Quite right. So, should we get on and like talk about stuff and the game and whatever?
Good plan.
Because apparently I can't get a decent story out of you without you coming up with all kinds of ridiculous nonsense. How close do you live? 6 inches. That's not. 5 miles. The moon. 250,000 miles. 3 light years. What the hell? Oh man. I got to say, guys, I have missed this one. You know what? I took a break because I've had some real problems with my throat. And it's been going on for quite a while. And I tell you what, I'm actually still not, like, completely over it. Like, it's okay for, like, short periods. So, like making a video, not a problem. But even then, like even now, like, I start to make a video, and the throat starts to get scratchy and whatever. So bear with me tonight. We'll see if I can make it through. Corpse Hatch, $10 super chat. Thank you very much, Corpse Hatch. And he says, Skye had a big pink thingy, showed it to the saucy lady next door, thought it was a snake, hit it with a rake. Now it's a teeny tiny weenie. Oh my God. What is this freaking limerick? It's limerick night tonight, is it? Fine. Let's get on to the game, for heaven's sake. Less sauciness tonight, guys. Bit more game, bit less sauce. So, I could. Just before I managed to get this thing live, somebody was talking about cooling solutions and saying, Skye, can you talk more about cooling? And I have actually been working on a cooler that incorporates a steam turbine. Now, this is going to be the next video. Is going to be me like building this thing, but I can show you the prototype and give you a sneak peek. Would anybody be interested in a sneak peek of my steam turbine powered, steam turbine cooling system? Because I tell you what, it's got some cleverness to it. It really, I think you're going to look at it and go, okay, that's actually quite clever. So if you're interested, let me know. Otherwise, we'll just do some pottering about and whatever, and take some questions and do all that kind of stuff. John does it. Is picture stealing your Wi-Fi? Better not be.
I really should. Yours is way better than mine.
Oh, just a little bit.
Alex Thomas is here. Hey, Alex.
Hey, Alex Thomas, the #1 super chatter. How you doing? And look at it. Oh, he's got his blue badge.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at you, Alex. Flashing your big blue badge around the place. Oh, very good. See, I tell everybody not to be saucy, and then I'm off. Oh dear. That looks like yes, doesn't it?
Yes, lots and lots of yeses.
All right, I'll show it. I'll give you a sneak peek. It's I gotta say, I think it's freaking clever. But hey, I'm like easily impressed. So what do I want to do? I want to load up. Where is it? This test that I did. Load it up and I'll show you. So what I wanted to do, because I've had that little cooling thing. I'll show you kind of the old cooling system, and then I'll show you the new cooling system. I had the old cooling system, which was kind of sort of okay. I mean, it was just an aqua tuner in some water, and there was no control of it or anything, and there was no real way to delete the heat. Well, now there is. Now I'll show you the. So this was the old setup. So let's just run it on a little bit. So had this setup. So the water would be pumped into here, go into the aqua tuner. If the water was above, I had it set to, I think, 19 degrees. So the water would go into the aqua tuner and be cooled, and that was it. But there was no control, and so I was kind of relying on natural heat dissipation to get rid of the heat. But of course that just spreads it out. It's not actually deleting the heat. It's not getting rid of the heat. So what I have put together is this. And this is pretty freaking sexy. Now, explaining this to you guys is not going to be easy, because it's understanding how it hangs together is a little bit complicated, so bear with me. Okay, what we have got is 8 aqua tuners, but really it's only 2 aqua tuners, because each aqua tuner only runs for a quarter of the time. So maybe if I turn it on, you'll maybe get a better understanding of it. So what you should see is this aqua tuner runs, and it's like for a second. This runs for a second, then this runs for a second, then this one for a second, and then this one for a second. Let's see if it'll actually work. Let's crank it up. I don't think I've got any water coming in at the moment. Why is that? Bear in mind, this is a test, but it does work. It does work. Oh yeah, that's why I stopped this, because I need to drop the temperature again. The problem I've got is this is so freaking awesome that my base is actually getting too cold, which is crazy. So I need to drop this down to, let's drop it down to 15 degrees, which is the lowest that I can go. I can't go any lower than that, otherwise I'll start freezing my water. So hopefully this. Okay, so now we're getting water coming through. Hooray, good news. Okay, so it's got a bit of a way to go. The nice thing is, when I actually build this for real, I'll probably move it down a little bit, but it's going to simplify my piping, because I can get rid of this pipe that comes down here and goes across here. So the cooling can just go like around the base and then come around the outside and down here. Well, we've got a new member. I'm waiting for the fanfare though before I announce his name. So here we go. So the water comes around the outside and then comes into this system. Now you're probably looking at this and going, why the hell have you piped it up like this? Well, it's the piping that's the clever bit. Right, now, hey, welcome back. Welcome, Black Outcast Media Broadcasting. Woo! Okay, now, you see at the moment, now, this how I worked this out. I will never know. The Russian guy whose name I can't pronounce. He says, so much face palms for this setup. First of all, learn English. Secondly, say face palm about this again, and I'll frickin' kick you. I'll be an asshole. This is frickin' awesome. If you can't see that, well, you're a moron. See? Want to get my back up about this? I've sweated frickin' blood on this. So, now, you can see this. Let's let the water sort itself out first. Right. Look at the pattern. So, these two outside ones are working. And then these two middle ones. Oh, no, it's changed again. Yeah. See, we've got outside, and then these two together. We need it to be sequenced. And the way that you get it sequenced properly is... We go to plumbing. This is weird. This is weird. I discovered this by accident. We go to here. When you first build this, right, the sequencing won't be correct like it is now. And what you do is you literally just trace this outside pipe to the first aqua tuner, and it changes the way the packets flow. Seriously, I don't understand why it does what it does. And look now. This one, that one, that one. This one, that one, that one. This one, that one, that one. And this one the same. This one. Well, I need a consistent water supply, which it was for ages, but it's playing up at the moment. Yeah, look. That. Now, I can prove to you that this is actually working properly. If I go to the power, right? All four of these aqua tuners are on a single circuit, okay? Which goes down here to a couple of large power transformers that I threw in down here. So I've got two circuits coming up here. One is for these four aqua tuners, and one is for these four aqua tuners. Okay? And if I mouse over this, you can see the load is always 1200 watts, because there's only ever one of these aqua tuners running at any one time. And the same with the same with this one. There's only one of these running at any one time. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Oh, don't mess up. It's because there's something wrong with the water coming in is not coming in consistently. Okay. See, there's a few gaps. I don't know why we're getting those gaps. Why are we getting gaps? Why are we getting gaps? Oh, because the water. Yeah, it's because the water's too cold. That's why. This is the blooming problem with. You know what? I'm gonna load up. I'm gonna load up an earlier one, so you'll see. Let's run that one. I think. Let's load this up, and I can show you properly. I did say this is a prototype. So anyway, Black Outcast Media Bass Broadcasting new member. We got another new member. Woohoo! Wow. New members flooding in. Awesome. Sire McPherson. I'm waiting for the fanfare. I do like the fanfare. The fanfare's cool. Garrett Brewer. Lol, that system is unnecessarily convoluted. Then you don't frickin' understand it, Garrett. No, That was when I was halfway through building it. Oh, good lord. No, it's gonna have to. I'm gonna have to live with this one. What can I do about the blooming water? Yeah, you know what? We'll live with it. You'll get the idea. You'll get the idea. You say this system's unnecessarily convoluted. Like, seriously, you're missing the point. This system is so elegantly simple. So elegantly simple. Sire McPherson. Did we get yours fanfare? I know, I did. I never heard your fanfare. Maybe I just missed it. But anyway, let's go back to this because I want to show you. So let's if I change this, well, that's the shut off. There's a sensor. So we'll drop this down to 15. Well, I tell you what I could do. Maybe pump in some water from somewhere else. That would work, wouldn't it? So I don't know. Where can I get some water coming in from? You know what? I could nick some water from here just temporarily. Yeah. That would show off. So this water comes out here, out there. So we just need to feed it into here, wouldn't we? Yeah. So if I just this goes into there. Okay. I think I could do this. Where were we? Plumbing. Let's get a liquid bridge. Oh, you know, I could run it straight down there. Couldn't? Yeah. What the hell am I doing? Run it straight down there. Insulated pipe. There, down to there. That'll do. Cha-ching. Let's make that priority 8. Get that done. Ching, 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 ching. Come on, do the last one. Cha-ching, hooray. Now. Oh, that's going the wrong way, isn't it? And I've connected it to the wrong point, haven't I? Oh, you lemon. Yeah, I'm going to have to put a... Oh, it's so annoying. Going to have to put a liquid bridge in there to force it. Flip that around, put it in that way. There we go. Make that priority 8. Yes! Mega Ultra Dave is here. He says, hello, been a while. It has been. It's been too long, Mega Ultra Dave. Alright, so now we should have a consistent flow of water coming through here. So now I can actually show you this blimmin' thing. So, the way this works, the way that I create this sequencing, and let's just look, and you can see, hopefully, is the sequencing working? Yes, 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 yes. Okay, the sequencing is working, and we can see that the sequencing is working if we have a look at this conductive wire, and you can see that the load is always 1200 watts. Okay, and if we go to energy over here, you can actually see it. So we've got the 4 thermo aqua tuners on this circuit here. Like if I click on that one, and you can see, and this is created by the piping. So what you think is overly complicated, right, is a very, very simple way of scheduling these aqua tuners so that they run in sequence. And no, I didn't forget to use gold. They are made of gold. I will explain about the heating. That was done while I was actually starting this up and like trying out different things. You can do this dead simple, no overheating. It'll never overheat. You never have to touch it. You never have to do anything. And by the way, this little bit of automation is not needed. It's completely irrelevant. You don't need the automation added. So there's no automation, right? There's no gas involved. It is literally just this piping, one liquid valve, and that's it. It is so freaking simple. It's just freaking awesome. So you're probably going, well, why are you doing this sequencing? Right, what's the point of that? Well, the point is, if you have one aqua tuner running all the time, it overheats. Oh, here we go, Garrett Brewer again. Oh, but you only need one tuner. No. All right, Garrett, go and build this with one tuner. The frickin' thing will overheat like in 5 seconds, and that'll be screwed. Seriously, come on. Don't, like, seriously, I get so many nasty critical comments on the videos, and like 90% of it is just like people not understanding what the hell's going on. It's like, come on. Seriously, this does get to me. This is one of the things with Oni. And I'm not saying Garrett's being horrible. Garrett's just he's pointing stuff out, but he's wrong. But sorry, guy, I'm not trying to be mean to you. But there's something about the Oni community that there is there's a portion of the Oni community who are really nasty about stuff, and it does kind of get to you sometimes. I don't need to do this, but I'll do it. Just mop that up. It's because I deleted that pipe, isn't it? Yep. But it hasn't dripped down here, has it? No. No. Oh, there's a little drop there. Has it gone any further? No. No. Cool. All right. And we've got a new member, James McEwen.
Welcome, James.
Yes, I thought you'd chip in then, picture. Oh dear. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this is the clever thing, the sequencing of these. So that let me show you the heating, right? Because and I'll just show you because it just happened. I played around with like setting this to different temperatures and whatever, but I think this is best just left to run itself. This is why I don't need these thermosensors. These thermosensors are just set to 100 degrees, so they're irrelevant. The steam turbine only activates when the steam gets above 125 degrees anyway. I tried taking the temperature of the steam up to like 150 degrees. But there's no point. You're not trying to get power out of the steam turbines. You do get a little bit of power, but that's not the point. The point of the steam turbines is to delete the heat, is to get rid of the heat. And the way they do that is by turning the heat into power, which they do very, very effectively. This deletes like two steam turbines will delete something like 1.7 million DTUs of heat. Right? It's just staggering. And this is the problem now. The base is actually getting too cool. Once I put this into my actual base, I'm gonna have to remove this cooling. You know that I'm bringing in the slush, the cool slush water from here. I'm bringing the cool slush water in and mixing it into my polluted water that I'm running through my germ cleaner. And this is keeping this the recycled water down to like 5.8 degrees. The problem is that if I'm doing that and I've got a cooling system like this, that my base just gets too cool. This water, what's this? No, this is down to like 6-7 degrees, which is just too damn cool. Because, but like over here, this is like at 11 degrees. Okay, so the water that I'm pumping round here is at 11 degrees. And then when I've actually pumped it round to cool the base, what do I want, temperature? Once I've pumped it round, there's the thing. So I pump it round here, let me show you. So I pump it round here to cool the base, right? And when it actually gets to here, when all the pipes join up, and we check it against the thermal sensor, look, it's only up to like 14.5 degrees. Well, if I run that through the cooler, if you run it through an aqua tuner, the aqua tuner reduces the temperature of the water by 14 degrees, right? So 14.5 degrees, that would produce 0.05 degree water, which is a bit of a problem, right? Because when you get to zero, the water's going to freeze in the aqua tuner and burst the pipes. So yeah, the base is actually too cold. Can you believe that? All the people that complain about, oh, my base is overheating. Like, seriously, put this in, you'll never have that problem again. Oh my God. And it is so freaking simple to build. You know, I see a lot of designs that people come up with that, like, if you use debug mode, or you know, then yeah, you can build these things. But trying to build it in a real game, in a survival game, like, it's virtually impossible. This is so damn easy to build, so easy to run. Wait till you see the video. The video should be out on Monday, and I'll show you the whole build and how it all runs. And it's a closed loop, by the way. This is a closed loop. Let me show you. So you've got the steam in here, goes through the steam turbines, and then is just dropped back in as water, and then it returns into steam again and just goes through. And that's it. And that's it. There's, you know, you see these designs, and it's like there's 6 tons of automation with all ands and knots and X's and O's and filters and buffers and things. None of that. Seriously, you don't even need these thermosensors. So there is zero automation to this. It is literally just the piping. That's it. There isn't anything else. And I think that is so freaking elegant. Now, could you get around the power thing? Because like I'm running them on a single circuit. Right? Now, could you get around that? Yeah, I could. Because instead of running it just on 2 circuits, and I'm running other stuff on this circuit as well, but rather than running it on 2 circuits, okay, I could run each one of these aqua tuners on its own circuit, right? So I could have like 8 large transformers, but I think that would suck. Right? Now, it would mean that I wouldn't have to have the exact timing of the packets of water. I'd still have to split the packets of water so that, you know, one's going to there, one's going to there, one's going to there, one's going to there. But if I put them on different circuits, then I wouldn't have to have the exact timing. And the timing, like this took me figuring out this network of piping to get each packet of water delivered in sequence to the 4 aqua tuners, and in actual fact to the 8 aqua tuners. But they operate in banks of 4, so really it's the 4. It took me hours to work out this array of piping to get that delivery correct. So it's probably why I'm a little bit touchy when people are critical. So we've had a few
super chats.
Oh,
yeah.
Mega Ultra Dave said, I'm too damn cool for school. Quite right. So am I. Corpse Hatch, $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Corpse Hatch. Will you be playing the new Frostpunk DLC? You know what? I'll ask you guys what you think about that, because I'm scrolling down the thing and it zooms out here when I do that. Nino Hullman, €2, 29 says, ketamine is just for horses. Yeah, remember that, kids. Ketamine is just for horses. Alex Barton. Okay, Alex Barton is a £5 super chat, and he says, just to clarify, de minimis non curat lex just means the Lord does not concern itself with trifles. Very good, Alex. You lunatic. And now I've got distracted. What was I talking about?
Frostpunk DLC.
Oh yeah, the Frostpunk DLC. Now, I could play the new Frostpunk DLC, and if any of you don't know, a new Frostpunk DLC came out about a week, 10 days ago, something like that. And I had a look at it when it came out, and I was like, okay, so what's new? And the only thing that I can see that's new is the fact that they've added bridges, and they've broken the terrain up so you need bridges. And that's it. Unless I've missed something, that's the only thing that's different. Which to me, like, doesn't really like modify the gameplay that much. I'm going to pause this because like I said, this thing's cooling down too much. Mind you, I'm pumping some hotter water in, but it's not really going to help. It's going to take too long for it to migrate through the system. How cool's this wood? This is 16, 17, 15. I tell you what I could do. To warm this up a bit so it's not so ridiculously cold is I could let this water into here. Help a tiny bit. You know what? Let's get them to rip that out. Come on, guys. Come and rip these tiles out, for damn sake. So yeah, if anybody says anything about the Frostpunk thing and I miss it, let me know. So then we'll rip the bottoms out of these and just let this water down here for now, just for the purposes of this. So is this gonna? Yeah, it's gonna warm things up just a little bit. An extra couple of degrees will help. We've got a $20 super chat from Brian West. Thank you very much, Brian. And I think Brian's a first-time poster. Do you recognise Brian? Picture?
I don't know, but I'm terrible with names, so.
I'm really good with names, and I think Brian's a new poster. And Brian says, Hickabilly from Kentucky says, howdy, and I love to hear you talk. What's the roadmap for the next few Oni episodes? And happy to have found you. Oh, well, I'm glad you found me, Brian, and welcome to the crew. We'll talk about that in a second. James McEwen, £5 super chat. He said, we are such stuff dreams are made of. Okay. Missed you guys. Skye Storme, Picture Perfect, and Nanny Giggles. I'm home now and safe from my head. Frostpunky. James, I'm very glad that you're like back home and well again. It's good to hear. James has been in the wars recently, but but apparently he's better now, and I'm very glad to hear it. You going to say anything, Picture, or you?
Sorry,
you're not that really bothered. It's like, nah, he was in hospital, but we don't care.
I was taking a sip of water when you gave me that pause.
Yeah. Like, you've always got an excuse, haven't you? Like,
yes. Are you going to let me say something nice?
No, because I always give you opportunities to be nice, right? And you just sit there and don't do anything. And then when I point it out, you always have an excuse ready. Don't be fooled, guys. Picture Perfect. She paints this picture of being this nice, sweet, innocent girl. She's not.
I'm
she's
lovely.
Awful. She's awful.
But yes, James, good to hear. You've got another super chat.
Oh my god. Black Outcast Media Broadcasting. A $2 super chat, thank you very much. And he says, Skye, please, please, please do rhyme next, sir. If I do another asteroid, I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't know what I'm going to do. Rhyme's a possibility. Another YouTuber's been doing rhyme, so I don't know whether I want to do that. I kind of want to do something a bit unique, but maybe rhyme. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, let's pause this while I'm faffing about. So what's the roadmap for the next few episodes? Well, the roadmap for the next few episodes is gonna be to put in this cooling thing so that I can tidy up a bunch of stuff. Because once I put this cooling system in, I can get rid of this nonsense. Just literally seal this up with a liquid pump to pump water out to provide us with oxygen. But this thing has a dormancy period. See, it's dormant for like 70 cycles. So it's active for 112 and then dormant for 70 cycles. So we can't necessarily rely on that to provide us with our water requirements. But I do have over here another water geyser. And for anybody who missed it when I showed this tip in the video during one of my videos, if you want to know what's hidden, like a geyser that's hidden behind the rocks. First of all, like, how do you spot them? Well, look for these bits of neutronium, because all the vents and geysers are on like a 4 strip of neutronium. And what you do is you go to priority mode and go to yellow alert, this top priority, and you'll get a yellow alert message when you change the priority on that. And then if you mouse over it, it tells you what it is. It tells you it's a water geyser. Cool, isn't it? Just remember to change the priority back when you're done. So, so what I'm thinking of doing is just like sealing that up with a liquid pump, dig this out, seal that up with a liquid pump, and then those two will be the water that I supply to for my oxygen. It's just going to be as simple as that. What else? I need to do some exploration, because we're at the point now where we've kind of got the base doing everything that we want it to do, really. So now it's explore down to get petroleum, and petroleum is going to be in the near future. Well, crude oil initially, producing crude oil, get an oil well in, produce crude oil, and then there's a whole thing around taking crude oil and turning it into petroleum and sour gas and natural gas and all that kind of stuff. And we've got another super chat from, yes, it's Alex Thomas, the #1 super chatter. Hey, there was much rejoicing. And this one's for you.
It is, isn't it?
It is. You read that out.
$35 and 33 cents.
How many cents?
33.
Oh my god. You don't have to try to sound cute. Trust me on that. You do not have to try. Carry on, go on, read it out.
The new water cooler is the best I've seen, and I should add it to my base. Great live stream. Once again, Skye and Picture Perfect.
See, now that is a comment. That's how you do it, guys. That's a comment. Thank you very, very much, Alex. Seriously, guys, I have literally sweated blood. I was up all night last night. Well, not up all night. Well, 4 o'clock in the morning. I was up till working on this. First of all, trying to figure out this sequencing so that I didn't have to have them on different circuits and delivering the water evenly. And just the initial idea of like, how do I get a thermo aquatuner to not overheat without using tons of stupid automation, right? Because normally people would say, okay, well, put each one on a separate circuit, right? And then use, I don't know, buffers or something so that they turn on for 1 second and they turn off for 3 seconds. But this, the only thing that governs this whole mechanism is literally the layout of the piping. The layout of the piping controls it. I think that is just so sweetly elegant. This reeks of like Victorian clockwork stuff. You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, picture?
Yeah, sort of. Sorry, I was half paying attention.
Yeah, when you've woken up. No,
Yes.
you know, in your own time. You know, pay attention when you feel like it. It's not like we're doing a live broadcast or anything.
I was reading comments. That's like half my job.
Flirting, and you know you were. Right. Sire McPherson, one of my new members. Hey, Sire. A $5 super chat, and he says, yeah, okay. No, I was like, F the status quo. I was thinking, I quite like status quo. F the status quo, he says. If you want to do a different asteroid, just do it. Thank you very much. Thank you for that vote of confidence, Sire McPherson. And, Blue Ross Gaming is here. Is it? No, it's Blue Rose, isn't it? It is Blue Rose.
Yes.
See, that's just me all over. Because like when the first time I saw Blue Rose's name, I was like, I bet that's Blue Rose. And then now I say Blue Ross for no reason. Blue Rose Gaming, giving us 50 runs. We only need one Ron, don't we? Don't we?
We
Picture?
do.
We only need one Ron. Ron Lloyd, who can't be here tonight, which is such a blooming shame. So yes, he says, hello all, how are you tonight? I'm good. I'm a bit snappy apparently.
Little bit.
Yeah, that really set me off, those couple of comments, didn't they? I was like, "Argh."
You're just very overprotective of your design. That's fine.
You know, seriously, like this is. I know that I am blowing my own trumpet here, but I think this is pretty freaking. Like, if somebody showed me this, I'd be like, okay, that's pretty freaking clever. Because, like, without using any automation, everything, and that's it. Once you've set it up like this, that's it. Just like it'll just sit there and run forever. And I mean, in terms of cooling capacity. Oh, by the way, I will point out the other thing, right? You can run this as just a bank of let's say early game. You can run this with just like a bank of four of these aqua tuners, right? So remember, 4 aqua tuners adds up to the cooling of 1 full-time aqua tuner, right? So you could run this with just 1 aqua tuner, or you can do what I've done and put a bank of 2 in, right? Now, if you ran this just as a bank of 4, the only thing you would have to do to make this work, because like obviously you wouldn't have this in, and so you'd have too many packets of water coming through. It'd be firing too frequently. So literally all you do is that, and that will convert it to just a single bank of 4. How frickin' cool is that? Cancel that. There we go. Oh, no, want to cancel that as well. There we go, thank you. Because what will happen is it'll split there, and half the water will go back around. So it's the same. It's the same as we're doing here. Essentially, we're splitting half the water to go to this bank of 4, and half the water to go to this bank of 4. And it's simply just the split. So we've already split it down to like every other packet is going this way, and then we go to this junction here, and again half of it goes this way, half of it goes this way, and then half of it goes this way, half of it goes this way, and the same over here. And that's how you get this this timing. And it's by It's by literally the length of these is, you have to do the piping literally exactly as it is here to get the exact timing for the packets to arrive at the correct time. But as well as being able to run a bank, one bank or two banks of aqua tuners, you could run 3 or 4 or as many as you freaking wanted. What I'm going to look to do next is adapting this design for use with, say, a volcano, and I've got a volcano over here. But what the thing is, I wanted to come up with a steam turbine design that was just a self-contained unit that you could literally put anywhere. Right, because this can go anywhere. I'm not dependent on having like a steam geyser or a volcano or anything like that. Now, obviously, this doesn't produce power. This uses power because this is a cooling solution. This is not meant to be a power plant. Now, if I tied this into, for example, a volcano, right, then potentially I could get this producing power as well as cooling. But the way I'd want to do it, I would want to extract the heat from the volcano and get that heat transferred into here to be used up by the steam turbines, which is like relatively straightforward. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be looking at doing next, which is pretty cool. But yeah, you can take this, and like I said, because of the flexibility of the amount of cooling, you know, you can have as little or as much cooling as you want, and you can put it anywhere, like wherever you want it on your anywhere on your base, and this, you can just do this as a template. I could store that as a template actually and share it. That'd be an interesting idea. I'd have to find out how to do that, but it is possible. I tell you what, Picture.
Yeah.
Take the opportunity to have a minute or two on the mic while I go and have a coughing fit.
Okay. Well, I did get a Frostpunk update just for when you recover. So there was a general agreement that the new DLC seems to mostly be bridges. But Corpse Hatch says there's a new scenario coming later in the game, so you'll probably be later in the year. Sorry, so you'll probably be a bit more interested in that.
Well, yeah, there are 2 more expansions coming out because what they've released, they released their Seasons Pass, which encompasses 3 DLCs, which is the one that they've just released, and the next 2, which they've announced. One of which. They've revealed some of the stuff that's in it, and the third one is secret, apparently. So we don't know what's going to be in that one yet, which strikes me as a slightly strange thing when you're trying to promote a season's pass and get people to buy a season's pass. It's like, and in the third installation, we're not going to tell you what's in it. So how can I judge whether that's good value or not?
Yeah.
So who the hell knows? Who the hell knows? Anyway, moving on rapidly. So, anything else? Any other interesting comments that I should comment on?
You did get a comment from DC1114 Watt. Okay, that's pretty freaking clever.
See, I like him.
I thought you might.
DC 1114. One of my favourite numbers, that is. 1114. At least it is now. I saw another comment, actually. Okay, Skye, you know what you are doing. Can we get to what we came here for? Says Dragon Reaper King. What did we come here for? I came here for just like some chat and mess around. Is what I came here for. I tell you one thing. If I actually let this run, it's kind of, you know, I'll zoom out a bit because it's a bit noisy. But it's kind of mesmerising You know, now, has the sequencing messed up? Because any change to the plumbing will change the flow. And it looks like it has, you know. Oh, hang on. Is it just not... Let's have a look. Oh, it's all got backed up. Not a problem. I can unback it. Yeah, I can unback it. Just shut that down. Originally, I put this liquid valve in so that I could control the volume of packets going through this while it was initially heating up. Because what I was originally doing was just putting like a small amount of water in, like a couple of tiles worth. Originally I thought, right, I'll put a couple of tiles worth of water in, let it heat up, turn up to steam, right? But obviously I've got to control how much these are heating up while they're just in a gas rather than in a liquid. But what I subsequently realized was this is so powerful that you can just literally fill this with water. And that's what I've done with this. Fill this with water. Apart from the top tile. The top tile, the top tile, you just want like a tiny bit of water. Like just enough so that there's like, even if you had just like 1 gram of water in this top set of tiles, just so that there's no gas in here, right? And then let the thing run, turn it all to steam, and if you look at this, you can see this has got 964 kilograms of steam in it. And it's, I mean, in terms of a cooling solution, this is awesome. I can't recommend this enough to people. It's like, you want to have one of these in your base, for damn sure. Like, build it like, I mean, you can build it like this, like right from, pretty much, in fact, like right from the beginning, really. I mean, as soon as you get steam turbine, you can put this in. You can just run it with 4 aquatuners, like I said, put that little back loop on here, and then take out that back loop, connect this pipe up, and boom, have 2 rows. And like I said, you can extend it to 3 rows or 4 rows or whatever. Or you could have this with 2 rows, and then just copy this and have another one somewhere else to cool another part of your base. You could have one over here to cool one half of the base and one over here to cool another half of the base, or you could have a dedicated one for your industry or something. But man, it's freaking awesome. Right, let's see, is it emptied? Yeah, it's emptied now, good. So let's just turn this back on again.
Did you see your super chat?
Oh, I did. Oh, I didn't. Let's have a look. Corpse Hatch, $2, and he says third Frostpunk DLC is called. Third Frostpunk DLC is called Child Cave Killer. I'm never gonna live that down, am I ever?
Nope.
For anybody that doesn't know about my previous child killing exploits, yes, there was an occasion when I killed, I think it was 53 children in a cave in Frostpunk. Not one of my finest moments, I grant you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So there you go. But it is kind of mesmerising to watch it when it's actually working. What the hell's going on? There's something wrong. This is backing up. Why are you backing up? Oh, but yeah. Okay. You know, I need to rip this bloomin' thing out. Like I said, this is a prototype. This is Although it does freaking work beautifully. Well, what I need to do, because I've got water coming back because it's too cold. It's below 15 degrees. Yeah, 14.3. Man, my base is too cold. God. Okay, what I need to do then to stop that is if I deconstruct that. Let's shut this down again. There we go. This was working beautifully for many cycles, and then it's got too cold now. This is the problem. Okay, so I've disconnected that, and then I just want to reconnect it to here, don't I? Yes, that's what I want to do. So what do I want? Plumbing. And reconnect it, just a regular liquid pipe into there. There we go. All right. All right, cool. Let's let this water get out of here so it's not backed up anymore. Here we go. And then we can turn this on. And there was quite a lot of rejoicing. Alex Thomas, the #1 super chatter, says, why don't you put one water out pipe per 4 aqua tuners? You need one water out pipe per 8, Alex. And the reason is, the reason I was having a problem was because I'd got it linked to an out pipe that was used by something else, right? And it should be a dedicated one. But if you look at it, right, I've got packets of, I mean, this is a full flow of water coming in here, right? So it just goes through here and it joins up and then it goes out. So it can't, if you have it like this, it can't back up. It was just because I was being silly with this going into there. So now, hopefully, oh, here you go. See, look, because I changed that, because I put that little bit of piping in, it's reset the sequencing, right? And you'll see that you get these middle two activate together, which of course screws up the power, right? So this is red now, right? Because we're oh, look, see, 2,400 watts flowing through a 2,000 watt circuit, okay? And then, so those two activate, and then the outside two activate together, right? And I had all kinds of problems when I was trying to design this because it was doing this, and then I found this trick. And the way to get it to sequence properly, the piping is set up correctly, but you need to do this trick. And I don't know why this works, but if I trace a pipe along and up to there, see, it resets the packets. It actually moves where the packets are. It changes the flow of water through here somehow. It's weird because I'm not changing anything. I'm doing it with the same pipe that's already there. So I'm not changing anything. It's the same material, everything, but it resets it. And now, suddenly, it's sequential. Do you get that? Do you understand that? I don't understand that. All I know is it works. And if you're thinking, oh well, yeah, what if something else gets interrupted? Does that screw it up every time? No, like, so for example, if I stop the flow again, come on somebody, come and turn this off. Where are they all? All busy. It's priority 9 for heaven's sake. Here we go, thank you. So we'll stop the flow of water. Okay. Right, so now I'll start it up again. So crank it back up. And while we're waiting for that, I'll read out this super chat, which is from Natsuro Wolf. A $5 super chat. Thank you very much, Natsuro. I wonder if I can find more excuses to say Natsuro. I love saying that. Natsuro. Going to get into making steel and rocketry soon. I'm at cycle 700 and haven't started yet. Waiting for your crash course before I kill all my dupes. Yeah, I mean, steel production is like dead easy. You just need refined carbon, which you get from, let's see. I don't think I've researched it yet. Oh yeah, I have. Here you go. Well, I have in this one, in this version. I don't think I have in the actual main game. The kiln. You put coal into the kiln and you can produce refined carbon. Your eggshells, which I have been diligently saving, my eggshells. I've got like 1,100 kilograms now. That gets turned into lime at the rock crusher, and then you take iron ore. Iron ore, lime, and what was the other one? Refined carbon. You take those three things, you put them into a refinery, which. Oh no, I haven't researched the refinery yet. Where's the refinery? Let's see. Solid material. Smelting. Here we go. The metal refinery. And it's as simple as that. And the only issue you've got is keeping the metal refinery cool. Well, that's not a problem anymore. Not now we've got this. And you can see I've just turned it on, and is the sequencing working? No. Almost. These two are firing together. Oh, no, they're not. No, it's working. No, it's not. No, it's not. The 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the bottom's one's working. What? No, the top one's not working. You do have to. I didn't reset the top one. You do have to reset both of these, which I didn't do. Where's my plumbing? So what I should do is the bottom one and then the top one. Right, and then with a bit of luck, the blooming thing will work. Another super chat. Oh, it's Ogre. It's Ogre. Oh, what's his name? Picture?
Ogre 333.
No, 333. Ogre 333 says, watching your other channel, Frostpunk Endless Mode, a must watch. Do you ever stream Frostpunk? And you aren't a fan of kids, are you? Me, a fan of little jammy face monsters? Maybe not. Did that reset properly?
By the way, you missed a super chat from Alex Barton, who's given us another limerick.
Has he indeed?
Uh-huh.
Bottom one's right. 1, 2, 3. The top one's still not right again. There we go. Now let's try. I don't know. The thing. I don't know whether is it. The flow's getting messed up again. Yeah, we haven't got a consistent flow. Is this run out? Yeah, this has run out of water. So we're not getting a consistent flow of water. That's what's messing this up. Oh, and now this, because I've got both this and this emptying into here, this is backing up. Yeah, it's just. This is just. This works, and it works blooming beautifully. It's everything else that's broken. You know what? Let's. I don't know. Put a. You see, even if I fix that, this isn't going to work properly because we're not getting a consistent flow of water. What I am going to have to change. One of the things that I'm going to have to change in the. Let me answer Ogre first, and then I'll tell you about this. So Ogre333 said, watching your other channel, Frostless Endless Mode, a must-watch. Do you ever stream Frostpunk? Have I ever streamed Frostpunk?
I don't think we have.
I can't remember. I don't. You know what? I'm thinking, hang on a second. I think I did do it once. I think I did stream it once. Ages and ages ago. But yeah, I don't know. I suppose, like, if the game came out now, would I live stream it? Yeah, probably. And if they release new content, would I stream it again in the future? Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. But would I stream it now? Probably not, just because there's kind of nothing new about it, really. But I don't know. Like, if there was massive demand for me to do a Frostpunk live stream, the thing with Frostpunk is that I couldn't play a whole game in like 3 hours. So it's either I do multiple live streams of it, or because this is the thing, you want to see a Frostpunk game end to end, and that's why it kind of fits into a video series rather than a live streaming format. So there you go. Yeah, one of the things I'm going to have to change for this is I do need an absolutely consistent flow of water coming into here. Right now, at the moment, I've got like, for example, I've got water being used by from the cooling loops. I've got water which is being sent to the toilets and the sinks, and I've got a little bit being used up by the plants, and I've got the showers. So every now and then I'll get packets missing coming into here, which is a bad thing, because it can throw out the sequencing. So yeah, I need either to have some kind of like backup system where I replace any water that's missing, or I have two different plumbing systems. One which is to feed water to things that need water, and a completely separate loop or set of loops like I've got here, just for the cooling that goes into the cooling system. So that is a change that I'm going to have to definitely make. In terms of what's coming up, so what did I say? We're going to do some exploration, put this cooling system in. I've got a few little bits of housekeeping that I need to do. Do some exploration, go down here, find crude oil so that I can make petroleum and stuff like that. And dig up here so that we can find space. And then I need to create like telescopes so that we can find out what's in outer space, and then build rockets and start sending rockets into outer space. And the whole rocketry thing is very cool. I'm sure most of you will be aware of the rocketry, but if you're not, oh my god, go and check out the rocketry stuff, because it's freaking awesome. I love the way they've implemented it. The fact that it's not just you build a rocket and you leave the asteroid and that's it. And they could have gone that way, right? It could have been just like, you build a rocket and that's it. But no, they designed it so that you start off with steam rockets, right? And steam rockets will just about get you out into outer space to other asteroids where you can get resources, and they're special advanced resources that don't occur on our asteroid. Like niobium, for example, is an element that doesn't occur on our asteroid, but you find out in space. And then, so you send out your primitive rockets, you get these advanced materials, bring them back, and then you can use that, combine it with the resources that you've got, to create more advanced materials which allow you to build better rockets, which allow you to go out further and get more advanced materials and come back, and then you go out to eventually the spatial tear, and that is actually the end of the game. I love the way they've implemented that. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool indeed. I really wish that I could show you this, like, just working sweetly. But I kind of can't. Just because I don't have that consistent water flow. But that's because, like, this is a prototype. This is just something I knocked together in just in testing, rather than actually, like, putting it in properly. So yeah, but man, I freaking love this thing. It is so sweet. My favourite thing, like, is just, if it was actually working, which of course it bloomin' isn't. Yeah, I know I can't show it to you because I'm not getting a consistent water flow in here, and my outflow's blocked as well, so none of it's working. Great, awesome. Yeah. Yeah, so not much I could do with that, really. But you know what? Let's have a bit of a let's sample you guys. Now that I've shown this off and you've seen it, right? Marks out of 10. What do you think? Marks out of 10 for this as a cooling system. Like assuming that I had the right infrastructure around it, so that I was getting a consistent flow of water, and I actually had a blooming outflow that wasn't blocked. Like, what do you think? Like, cleverness, ease of building? Because to build it is really easy. Because, literally, if you take off these two sets of blocks here, so you can build all of this. You build the aquatuners, build these, build the piping. You leave off this until you've done all the piping. Then you put that row of tiles on. You put this row. You leave a gap here. Get your water in, right? Then close this off. Put your extra row of tiles down there, and that's it. And then you just run it. All the water turns to steam. Boom. It's so easy to build. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guys. Oh, you know, like, when I got those first comments, I was like, am I missing something that this isn't? But it is. This is, I think it's good. I've seen so many designs for steam turbine coolers and whatever, and they're so freaking complicated. Whereas this is so simple. And you know, I'll just give you a run. I'll go through all the overlays just to show you that there's nothing funky going on here. It is as simple as I'm saying. So, power supply, you just have these on one circuit, these on another circuit. Obviously, you would want to be feeding these into batteries. I've just hooked them up to here just for the sake of it. But you would want these hooked up to a battery into the main circuit. It's one of the reasons that I haven't decided where I'm going to put this yet, because like I'm kind of halfway through adjusting my power. So I've got it on this side where I've got all my circuits coming in from this side, but I need to do the same on the other side. And the reason that I haven't is because of this stupid bit of slime lung over here, which I need to dig out, and then I can route my cables around this side. I really want to dig this whole frickin' thing out. I almost thought about doing that, like tonight. I was like, let's just dig out slime lung all night, because it would be really useful. Because I need to have a much bigger gas reservoir, like much bigger. Now, I know that, like, several people have said, Well, why don't you build just build a high pressure room, right, and just pump it into that? And the reason I don't want to do that is because you then have to pump it out, and it's just a waste of power, right? Doing it this way doesn't waste any power. The only thing it wastes is space. Well, you know, guys, space isn't an issue. We've got loads of space. So what I want to do is actually move these over a little bit, like 3 tiles. In fact, 1, 2, yeah, 3 tiles. I'm going to move them over to here, and then have more of these, like probably 16 of them. I'm thinking, and that'll be my natural gas storage. And then this. See, what I would like is to actually drop this down and have it so that this outside set of tiles is actually this set of tiles, and then have the bottom lined up with the bottom of here. I think that would be quite nice, and plumbing wise and everything, that would work. So I'm kind of thinking that those are the kind of things I'd like to do. But yeah, so there's lots of kind of housekeeping-y things that I want to do. But in the big scheme of things, it's dig down, get crude oil, which leads to petroleum, dig up, get to space, and start doing the you know, telescopes and building rockets and bunkers and all kinds of crap. So there you go. Oh, Jamie Links Meow. Hello, Jamie. While Jamie Links Meow is here, oh, you know, where's Catalina? Catalina, this is going to be Jamie. So Jamie, you're going to be in the game soon. You would have been in the last episode, but I forgot. sorry about that. But it's like guys, because Squeezle keeps reminding me, when are you going to put Jamie in? She hasn't got a high pitched voice, but I don't know why I did that. When are you going to put Jamie in? No, it's not that extreme either. Oh dear. We've got another chat.
You've got
Ogre.
2 new super chats, and you still need to read Alex's limerick.
Oh my god! What limerick from Alex?
It's way up at the top.
Well, you read it.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to do it justice. Alex Barton, 10 Great British Pounds. The galactically famous Jim Kirk seduced all the girls with a smirk. When asked by what right he enjoyed this delight, he replied, "It's no right, it's a perk."
That was very well done.
Thank you.
And remarkably clean. Thank goodness. So, you know what? I'll read Caroline's out, and you read the one before, because I can't see it anymore. Caroline, a £2 super chat. Thank you very much, Caroline. Thanks, Skye. I look forward to the build video. I've got to say, I am looking forward to it. Now that I've figured out all the nuances of this, I'm really looking forward to doing it. But what I'm not looking forward to doing is all of the stuff that's associated with it, like trying to figure out all the freaking plumbing that goes along with it and stuff. That's always a bit of a nightmare. And I'm really not looking forward to moving these. I think I'm just going to... Because what I've been trying to do... what am I looking for? Gas. Here we go. I've been really trying hard not to get any natural gas in my base. But I'm going to end up with natural gas in my base because I'm going to have to rip out some of these cables and stuff. Oh, by the way, I have put. You'll see this at the beginning of the next episode. I've put this CO2 scrubber back in, and as you can see, if I go to the gas view, it rapidly gets rid of all of the CO2. So then, I think I'm going to have to start pumping and storing this chlorine. So I think what I might do is redo these reservoirs, not worry too much about the piping, just rip the pipes out, which means I'll get some natural gas in here, which will the natural gas will float above. I don't know whether it's. I don't know if it's above or below the chlorine, but it'll either be there or there. And then I think at that point, what I'll probably do is just put some pumps along here and pump out the chlorine and the natural gas. The CO2 could just be dumped down in this corner. Oxygen could just be returned up here. And then the chlorine and natural gas will go into reservoirs, I would think. Yeah. But I'm not going to do that quite yet. The reason I haven't done it yet is because I know that I'm going to be digging down here and I'm probably going to run into some more chlorine and stuff. Like there's like little bit of chlorine there. So yeah, stuff to do.
Shall I read that super chat?
Feel free.
Ogre 333. Come on. $5. I understand the video series for Frostpunk DLC for endless mode, just like the cheeky sense of humour, and you need to be nicer to picture perfect.
I really don't.
You so do.
Now, like, are you guys familiar with karma? The idea of karma, right? So the whole idea of karma is that what you put out into the world comes back to you. Right, so you put out good things into the world, and that good stuff will come back to you in some way. And if you put horrible stuff out into the world, if you're nasty and rude and just generally not good, then bad things will come back to you, right? Well, if I explain to you that I'm the thing that's coming back to picture perfect, right, that should tell you what she puts out into the world. I've just read John Jay's comment. Have you read that?
No.
I assume he's talking about this blooming super awesome cooler. I hope he is, because he said, so clever, I bet you could milk a chicken. I love that. Oh dear. Redwing15 said, I missed the start of this. What is the contraption being shown? You know what? Let me reload this, because obviously it's not working at the moment because the base has got too cold. So let's reload this one, and I'll show you the darn thing in operation.
There was also a £2 super chat from Alex Barton. Of course it was clean. I'm a good boy.
Ish, Alex. Ish. Let's not go too far. Oh dear. DeMadrid said, I'm playing along with you. Great fun, but we need more storage. Jamie Linksmeave, shame on you. You just mentioned Karma Chameleon. God, I hate that song. So yeah, this for anybody that's new to the just come into the stream or whatever, or recently come into the stream and they don't know what the hell this is. This is my new prototype cooling system. Now what I need to do is I need to go up here so that this will actually freaking work. I need to, let's set this down to 15 degrees, and then I need to plumb this. So this is the what's coming into this. So I need to hook this up to here, don't I? But I need to do it with a liquid bridge. So flip that round. Okay, so that'll take care of that. Was there something else that I needed to disconnect? Can't remember. So that's going to go into there. And, oh, and I need to change this as well, don't I? So deconstruct that. Come on, somebody, this is priority 9. Come and do this. Zip. And plumbing, liquid pipe. That goes into there. Right. Good news. And then for now, I'm not going to worry about drowning critters. So if I do that, there we go. And that'll stop this backing up. Alright, good news. Alrighty, so let's just pause this temporarily while all this stuff gets done, so that this will actually work properly. Alright, sweet. And I'll tell them to get rid of those as well. Oh yeah, I got rid of these, didn't I, to warm this up. That's a good point. Go on, I'll do that as well then. There we go. Try and keep this running smoothly for as long as possible. Okay, so for those of you new to the stream, this is my new cooling prototype, and it uses no automation. These thermosensors that I put in are not needed at all. They don't do anything. They're completely. In fact, probably the easiest way to demonstrate that is just disconnect them. So they're definitely not doing anything. There we go. So they're not doing it. So there is no automation in this. This runs on only 2 power circuits. One for these 4 aquatuners, one for these 4 aquatuners. And what's clever about this is getting these aquatuners to run in sequence, so that only one is running at any one time in each bank of 4, which means that when it's I'll show you when it's running. So let's we got water now. Yeah, we've got water. All right, so let's crank this up. There we go. This mechanism is to stop the aquatuners overheating, which if you just pumped this into one aquatuner, they would overheat. Okay. Now, you can see at the moment, right, 2 are running at the same time. So there is a little trick to this. And what I need to do is run, do that, and then do that. And that should change the pattern now. So now you can see that they're running sequentially. And if I click like on this, you can see the 4 aquatuners, only one is running at any one time. Now what that means is, this is the thing that I didn't show you. If we look at the if you look at the temperature, well, let's look at this one because that was distracting. So if you look at the temperature, you get a packet of water come in, and the temperature jumps up like 10 degrees. So this is jumping up from like 116 to like 126. But so it like for 1 second it jumps up dramatically, but then it's got 3 seconds to cool down to give it a chance to disperse that heat. Kind of cool, isn't it? I love it. I absolutely love it.
It's a little bit mesmerizing to watch them turning off and on.
It totally is.
Uh-huh.
I was sitting here last night for hours watching it, and sometimes just you do get mesmerized. It's very easy to just sit and watch it. Let me zoom out a bit because it's a little bit noisy. Yeah, so you can just see that temperature pulsing up and down. So you get that sudden jump up 10 degrees, and then just having that 3-second gap to allow it to disperse, to dissipate the heat, gets it back down to a temperature that it can manage. And then it jumps up 10 degrees, cools down, jumps up 10 degrees, cools down. And of course, that heat is being transferred into this steam, and when the steam gets up above 125 degrees, which it is now, then the steam, that was good timing, then the steam turbine kicks in. And we start to produce some power. What do we produce? 240. Yeah, we're producing about 240 watts. Now, I did try running this with, like, using these thermosensors. And the idea was to keep these turned off until we got up to a higher temperature, because at a higher temperature you produce more power. But the thing is, it really doesn't make any blooming difference. And this is not for producing power. This is for deleting heat. So we're bringing the heat from the base into here, heating up the steam, and then the steam goes into the steam turbine. The heat is turned into electricity. That gets fed back into our battery system, and you know, we take like 30-40 degrees out of the steam, which translates into something like 2 steam turbines running all the time would delete something like 1.7 million DTUs of heat. Now, apparently, according to Gamepedia, 3 aquatuners, like running full time, equate to 2 full-time steam turbines. So, in theory, if you were to have 3 banks of 4 aquatuners set up like this, because remember, each one of these equates to 1 aquatuner, then in theory, you should be able to power 2 steam turbines. But looking at the power output that I'm getting from 2 banks of these, I don't know about that. I'm only running one of these steam. I've actually turned this one off. I'm only running this one, and you can see that you don't get that much out of it. But in terms of cooling, whoa, man, tons and tons and tons of cooling. 2 full-time you're running 2 full-time aquatuners. That is deleting a lot of heat. Huge amounts of heat. There you go. There's the old steam turbine running. But you can see it only runs for a short amount of time. And then the steam gets cooled down, turned into water. That comes out this pipe here, and then just gets dumped back into here. And you can see what happens is, this is when I filled this up, I filled it up a little bit too much. What you want to do is you want to fill it up so that you've, like, this top row of tiles just has a very tiny amount of water in it. And the reason for that is, when you start to dump this cooled water back into the system, and it's only cooled to like around 95 degrees, when you dump that back into here, it spreads out across the bottom here, okay? And this liquid vent starts to get overpressurized because it's pushing a full tile of steam up into this column, right? And because it spreads out, you'll see. See, when it spreads out like that, like, you've only got like 1,300 grams of liquid in there occupying a whole tile, and that's pushing all of the steam up into here. So this has actually got more than 1,000 kilograms of steam in. So if I'd actually left, I filled this up the whole way, which is why this is well, almost all the way, which is why this is doing this. If I just put a little bit more water, like basically left the top tile empty, almost empty, then this wouldn't be getting overpressurized. But to be honest, it doesn't actually matter, because what happens is the water, a little bit of the water goes in, right? Then that gets converted to steam, which means that this isn't overpressurized, so it puts a little bit more in, which gets converted to steam. Well, and there you go, all the water's been put back in. So it's actually fine. But it would be nice if I would prefer it if I wasn't getting that overpressurized message. It just dumped it back in. But it's kind of elegant. I do like it as a solution. Now I've got to come up with something else. It's always the problem. You come up with something like this, and it's like, okay, now I've got to come up with something else. I got to say, I do want to do a 3-row version and see if it'll actually power two steam. And I don't think it's going to be enough to power two steam turbines like anywhere near constantly. So I might do a 4-row version. But the thing is, that would only be a vanity project, because this is cooling. It's not for producing power. Let's be clear about this. This consumes power. It does not produce power. You're using power to cool your base. That's what's going on. Alrighty. So, shall we move on to something else now?
We've got a couple of super chats to catch up on.
Oh, let's catch up on those then.
So, Ogre333, $2. Picture perfect. Is your karma coming around? And Shia McPherson, another $2. Drink water, friend. I think that was because you were coughing a little earlier.
Yes, thank you. I have got a drink here. I'm going to drink right now, actually.
And there was a really lovely comment from Jim Spinner. Hey Skye, just want to say I love and appreciate your content. I binged the entire Oxygen Not Included series in the past 24 hours. Keep up the wonderful work and whip those slackers into shape.
Ah, thank you, Jim. Jim's a long time watcher. I know Jim's name. Some person says, and that's their name, some person. Pictures it's telling you to tell me clean water pool is polluted by germs. Yeah. So this is just me doing testing stuff, so I don't care about what's going on with everything else. This is the only thing to be concerned about. If I load up the current game, where are we? Yeah, start of episode 25. Here you go. Alex Barton, £10 super chat, and he says, there was a young man named Skye who was baked by mistake in a pie. To his mother's disgust, he emerged through the crust and explained with a yawn, where am I? Really? What will we do with that, Alex?
I don't know.
Quite well, probably. Oh dear. Throat's going downhill rapidly again. Oh dear. Great, next question. So I'll just show you on here.
Okay.
See, no germs. This is the real build. This is at the point. What have I done? I've just put in this, which is I used a little bit of a polluted water from here, which I just hooked it up to the power and hooked it up to there. Pumped in a little bit of polluted water to go into here, so that to prime this. So so we've now got this one. Oh, Toronto Graham. Sorry. When you have a bad day, Skystorm's on the way while he plays Oni from Clay. Oh, it's another lyric. Mm-hmm. When you have a bad day, Skystorm's on the way while he plays Oni from Clay. He swears. Oh, Sky's on the way. Okay, no, I've lost it. Can you read it? It doesn't scan as a lyric.
Okay, hang on. When you have a bad day, Sky Storm's on the way. While he plays Oni from Clay.
Yeah,
He swears, yeah, it's a little bit.
yeah, it doesn't quite work as a limerick.
No.
He swears when he builds. Sorry, he swears when he builds, and he sends us in thrills while we gasp at his big pig thingy. Okay, fine. Oh dear. What else did I do? I dug down here a little because we were to there. I dug down here because when I dug this, I was gonna put this down here, but I decided to put it over here in the end. What else have I done? What else am I gonna do? The other thing that I did. Thank you to all the people that told me. If you saw the last episode and the problems that I was having with these suit docks, the solution people pointed out was to set this clearance. There are two settings. You can either have it set to vacancy or always, right? And always means that they can just go, whether or not there's a place for them to hang up their suit, which is what I had it set to. But if you set it to vacancy, then they have to hang their suit up in a vacant slot, and that solves the problem. So if I run it now, you'll see Squeeze will come down here. She has to go this way because she has to hang her suit up at a vacant slot. So there you go. That solves that problem. What else? One thing I am going to do, I'm going to run this transit tube up here. I'm going to put in another couple of rooms for Drecos, but I'm probably not going to populate them at the moment. I'm just kind of anticipating that in the future I'm going to need a lot more plastic. So I kind of want to make provision for 2 more Dreco rooms. So, but yeah, I want to put those 2 rooms in. I want to run this transit tube up here. And what I'll do, this will actually be like when it went up to here with this other room. This will be sealed off at this point, and then the only way to get through here will be with the transit tube. I'll put one of these transit tube crossings, like up about here, and then they'll get through with that. So that'll be that. What else? Oh, another thing I'm going to do, which I meant to do this in the last episode and I just forgot, is to put a transit tube access down here and extend this down here, so that people can, like, from anywhere can just get straight down here, grab a suit. I'm going to put some more suits in. Let's see, more suits. Stations and Atmo suit dogs. Oh, God. Get rid of that. Try that again. Bonehead. And that's a checkpoint dock. Yeah, so I'll probably have 6. And yeah, if I decide to extend beyond 12 dupes, people have said, why don't you add another shift? It's a good point. I could add another shift. So I might do that. So yeah, we'll see. So then I could go up to potentially like 18 dupes. But I'd have enough showers, like 6 on a shift, 3 shifts. But I would need more tables and I would need more bedrooms. But those I can do. Oh, I also put an extra couple of fridges in because we've got so much food that these are all filled up. So, yeah. Any more questions?
I need to catch up on a couple of super chats.
Okay.
So, one from Ian, 2 Great British Pounds. Skye, don't drink the water, perfect past. Karma.
Okay.
Okay.
Whatever that meant. Did you get that? Don't drink the water? Oh, I he's talking about the German. Yeah. Okay, fine. Go on.
I am going to butcher this name. Something Haagen-Dazs.
Haagen-Dazs.
Yes, $2.
Okay, see, okay, guys, this is a perfect example of Picture Perfect's lack of pop culture references. His name is Kwisatz Haagen-Dazs, okay, which is a play on the Kwisatz Haderach, which is the Messiah from Dune, the Dune series of books by Frank Herbert. And guys, if you've never read the Dune books, or read the Dune books, at least read Dune. At least read the first one, Dune. The second one is Children of Dune, I think. Children of Dune. Is okay. It's a decent read. After that, it does get a little bit. Meh. But Dune, the first book, oh my god, read Dune, the first book. It's awesome. And yeah, so the Kwisatz Haderach is this character in Dune. Paul Atreides, also known as Paul Muad'Dib, and is known as the Kwisatz Haderach, which is this legendary Messiah which will come and save everybody. So that's really clever. Kwisatz Haderach, Kwisatz Haagen-Dazs. See? See? Because Bloomin' Picture Perfect doesn't get your clever reference because she doesn't know anything about pop culture.
I'm sorry.
And it's science fiction pop culture, for heaven's sake. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for you not getting that blowing reference.
Okay. Can I just read the comment, please?
Oh, go on then. If you insist.
So it started on it, Lou.
Oh, hang on. No, yes, Jacob, or Jacob. It's probably Jacob. Jacob's got it right. It's the first book is Dune, then Messiah of Dune, and then the third book is Children of Dune. Sorry. Now you can go.
Okay, so Kwisatz Haagen-Dazs, $2. Started on it, Lou. Skye is awesome sauce.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed. Next.
So questions, yes? Because that was it for super chats.
Oh my god, Alex Barton has just told such an old joke. Go on, read it out. I'm not going to read it out because I'd be embarrassed to. But of course, you'll never have heard of it.
Is this another limerick?
Was there a reason that your parents wouldn't let you out the box? Was it just like meal times? Did they let you out at meals, or did you have meals in the box as well?
No.
Go on, read it out.
So a lighthouse keeper called... I can't say that. Crichton?
Yes, Crichton.
So a lighthouse keeper called Crichton took to seeing a lady from Brighton, but ships ran aground and sailors were drowned and she wouldn't have sex with the light on.
Now, as, not and.
Oh.
Sailors drowned
Oh,
as she wouldn't have sex with the light on. He was a lighthouse keeper.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Thank you for that, Alex. Sort of. Alrighty. More. Come on, guys. This is Oni Q&A. More questions about Oni and stuff.
I have questions.
Have you? Go on. Then.
Yeah. Peter Sill. A bit OT.
No, you know what? Hang on. Because we've just got... Let's get this
Okay,
out of the way.
you do that.
Natsuro Wolf, $5 super chat says, hey, do you think it's a good idea to pump crude oil into a metal refinery as a coolant and then refine the hotter oil and use as power? I mean, I think that... I haven't actually tried doing that, but yeah, why the hell not? I mean, you get probably something like a 50 to 60 degree bump in the temperature of your crude oil, so why the hell not? It's for free. So yeah. What? Yeah, why not? I can't think of any reason why you wouldn't. Sounds good to me. Sorry, go on, picture.
Peter Sill, a bit OT and maybe a stupid question, but how can I give my dupes the clothes I got?
Let's see. Who's got clothes? Who did I give the clothes to? Was it Squeezel? I can't remember. I don't think it was it. I don't think it was. I think it was Alex.
Someone's got a shiny suit.
Yeah, I think it's Alex. I don't even know where it tells you that. Actually, you know what? If I actually let this run and put on the decor, we'll see who's got it, because we'll see them moving around. Oh, see, there we go. Is it Gigabyte? -5 Gigabyte outfits, -5 completed outfits. No. I think it's Alex. I'm pretty sure it is Alex. You know what? Let's just. Where's Alex? Alex. Follow cam. There he is. He's having a wash. Good man. Yes, look, he's got his snazzy suit on. Yeah, if I unequip that clothing, and then you literally you click on the clothing item, and it'll say, who do you want to assign it to? So I can assign it to Alex, and then Alex will come and put it on. Hooray! There you go. That's how you do that. That was a good one. Next question.
Spacer505, what is the best way to utilize an anti-entropy thermo nullifier?
An AETN, as people refer to them. And I've got a couple around the place. There's one. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, in fact, there you go. Yeah, like you see a ladder, it's usually an AETN. So anti-entropy thermal nullifier. I think there's another one up here which has got a bit of pipe showing. Yeah, here you go. And you'll see this one says awaiting fuel hydrogen. And what happens is you pump hydrogen gas into this, and I think it takes like 10 grams per second of hydrogen, which is not a lot. And this thing cools down the surrounding area. So it's like a free cooler. So how you take advantage of that is kind of up to you. The most common way of doing it seems to be box it in, fill it with overpressurized hydrogen. So you want it up to like max pressure of hydrogen, so that it transfers the heat effectively, and then just run radiated pipes through it, and just pipe hot water into it, and it'll cool it down. That's pretty much the way it's used. But just to give you an idea, right? This the fact that I am pumping like 95. What's this? Well, it's not like it's cooled down at the moment. Like when I was running this properly, this was up at like 96 degrees, and if you pump 96 degree hot water into an electrolyzer, you delete heat equivalent to 3.6 AETNs. Right? So, like, when I put out a video and I entitled it, How to Cool Your Base with Hot Water, and people didn't get it. Like, maybe I wasn't clear enough. I mean, I kind of tried to be as effusive as I could in the video and say, like, guys, this is a staggering way to delete heat. And as far as I know, it's still... I looked at the updates, and as far as I know, it hasn't changed up until this point. If you pump 96 degree hot water into an electrolyzer, you are deleting heat equivalent to 3.6 AETNs. And people rave about AETNs. And it's like, oh my god, this is how you cool it. It's like, why mess around with those? They're such a pain in the ass, AETNs. So I'd have to find and set up like 3.6 of these, so like 4 of these, to get the equivalent from just pumping hot water into here. Like, crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yes, it does break the laws of thermodynamics, that one. So, it is what it is. But hey. Holy Shazbot. Another pop reference that Picture Perfect won't get. I say Holy Shazbot. I'm assuming that the Shazbot, which is not quite the way it was, but I'm assuming it's a Mork and Mindy reference. Let me know if it's not. Let me know if it's not a Mork and Mindy reference, and maybe it's something else. But if it is a Mork and Mindy reference, Picture Perfect wouldn't get it, would you?
I wouldn't, but I have actually seen the show.
See, the thing is, this is the thing. Like you watch shows and you still don't get the pop references. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, Holy Shazbot says, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. He says, Skye, any chance we can see a video on alternative starting asteroids like the cold asteroid? Heating versus cooling, no germs, but food is hard to grow. I would love to do that. I would love to do videos on starting strategies on each of the asteroids. The problem is, would take a lot of time and effort, because the thing is, I haven't played all the other asteroids. So first I would have to play them and figure out like what the strategies are, and then it would take like a fair amount of time to make the videos and kind of explain the starting strategies, because you've got to play for quite a bit to show it off and build it and show it. So I don't know. It's something I would certainly like to do. But yes, Holy Shazbot says it's a Mork and Mindy and Tribes reference. Pays homage to the late Robin Williams. There you go. See, I got it. I got the pop culture reference. Hooray! Yay me! All right. So yeah, it's something I would like to do. If I do another series, I gotta say, we've still got quite a long way to go in this one. If I did another series, yeah, I'd like to either do... I really like the idea of doing the Frozen one, because fighting against hot temperatures is kind of what you're always doing. Like every base you build, even this one, we've got to cool it. Okay, when you move up to like the volcanic asteroids, it gets more extreme. But the idea of fighting against cold entropy is, I find that quite an intriguing challenge, and I haven't done it yet. So yeah, I quite fancy that. Next.
So we missed a super chat from Ogo333, another $2.
Sorry, what was his name?
Ogo333.
Sorry, I was just teasing.
I know. Skye, leave Picture Perfect alone. She's the Maddie.
Sorry, I was having a coughing fit. You're a what?
The Maddie? Mardy? How am I saying that? I don't know.
I don't know. No idea. Let me see.
M-A-H-D-I.
Oh, she's the Mardy.
Oh, okay. It was close.
I don't know what he means. Well, I mean, I know what a Mardy is. It's an Arabian leader, but I'm not sure what it means in this context. Have you been leading some Bedouin tribe without letting me know?
No.
Okay, fine. Well, you've got some more super chats to go get.
Yes. Squeezle Prime, $2. At corp chats on my screen, I'm only allowed character. I'm not sure what that's in reference to.
I have no idea.
Okay, cool.
I'm only allowed Karak. Maybe she had a seizure. Maybe she was halfway through typing it and she had a seizure. I hope not. I like Squeezle. Squeezle! Oh, look! Super Chat is only allowing me to have 50 characters.
That sucks.
Oh, why? Why?
And we have another limerick from Alex.
Which I'm trying to bring. Yeah, okay, go on, read it out.
Okay, Alex Barton, 10 Great British Pounds. There was once a man called Skye who was pumping 90-degree hot water awry. His base was cooled, although everyone else was fooled. They might as well take a stick to the eye.
I like the last bit. Quite right. You don't get it? Poke you in the eye. Fear my eye pokingness. I lost track of that sentence about halfway through. I was like, where the hell's this going? Oh dear. Go on.
So questions. So Black Outcast Media Broadcasting. Can you do something late game with natural gas instead of petroleum cooking? So can you do something late game with natural gas? I'm guessing besides petroleum cooking.
Not that I can think of. I mean, apart from the whole like petroleum, sour gas, natural gas, I assume that's what you're talking about. Not that I know of, no.
There's a super chat for you.
Okay.
It's your turn.
Yes. Ogre333 says it's a pop culture reference. Mardy is what the natives call Paul. Talking about it's not. Do they call him do they refer to him as Mardy? I mean, his tribal name is because his proper name is Paul Atreides. His tribal name is Paul Muad'Dib. But is he referred to as a Mardy? I don't remember. I got to say, I don't remember. If he is, I don't remember. He may well be. May well be. I'm sure he is. If you say he is, I'm sure he is. Should we move on?
So there's a question from Rickus de Boer.
Oh, sorry. I've got to jump on this.
Okay.
Alex Barton just says, "Okay, I'm done on super chats now." And there was much rejoicing. Not really, Alex. Well, actually, I don't know. No, thank you, Alex. You're incredibly generous. We will leave your sense of humour to one side and just focus on your staggering generosity. And I wanted to look at these Drecos for a bit. So you guys can see the Atmo suits. I'm surprised we haven't had any questions about Atmo suits tonight. Go on, next question.
Rickus de Boer, what happens to liquid magma if it's cooled to a solid?
It becomes a solid.
Okay.
It just becomes solid rock of whatever. I think it becomes. Is it igneous rock? Magma cools to? I'm not sure, but probably. Alex Barton just said, "I'm the top super chatter, and I've got a blue badge." Yes, you have, Alex. Both of the Alexes have got their blue badges. So yes, I should have pointed out that you've got your blue badge now. I feel chastised. I am suitably chastised.
Ready for your next question?
Oh yeah.
Christas Hagendas, are you going to make a video about taming volcanoes?
Yeah, because I have got to tame this volcano, which is here. No, here. Here. Oh, by the way, you know I showed you that tip about going to the priority screen and doing this so that it tells you that, for example, this is an iron volcano hiding behind here, right? I was going to do either 1 or 2 tips videos. So I was gonna do like 10 tips for beginners, which was just gonna be like the really simple stuff, like for like hold the shift key and it'll only let you draw in a straight line, for example. You know, whether it's sideways or up and down, right? So that was one. I was thinking of doing a tips for beginners, like simple stuff and just simple advice about, you know, how you get started and you know, things to pay attention to and stuff. And then I was thinking of doing another like more advanced tips, which would be stuff like, you know, the finding that, and you know, like I don't know, cooling tips, and I've actually got like a list of stuff that I've written down, and I just wondered if you guys thought that was like a good idea. It's like something that you would be interested in, like, oh yeah, that'd be really cool. I could go a tips video, you know, that kind of thing. Or whether you're like, yeah, nah, I kind of know all that stuff now. Yeah, so things like, you know, using the pod light for to grow bristle blossoms, bridge priority. So, for example, if we, what can I do? What can I demonstrate it with? I suppose I'll demonstrate it with this one. So, if you, bridges always take flow priority. So, if I was to put a bridge in here and then have a little liquid pipe and a liquid vent. Now, what do you think's going to happen? Right? Now, over here, if I go over here, look at this. Oh no, I've got rid of it now. Yeah. Okay, so like here, right? You get a T junction, and the water just splits, right? And it goes like one packet goes one way, and then the next packet goes the other way. But do you know what happens if you do this? Some of you absolutely will. I think probably quite a few of you will. But if we let this get built, because bridges are weird, what will happen is all the water will go this way, and none of it will go this way. And this is this can be a very, very useful thing, because let's say this was feeding into something or other, right? What you could do is you could create an overflow. So all of the water goes into here until this backs up. Once it backs up, anything that's left over will go down here, right? And you can also do it to do some very clever things. You can get it to filter stuff out, and like, but it's seriously clever stuff. I mean, I think my new cooling system is clever. Some of the stuff that people have done using bridge priority is staggeringly clever. We have got a super chat from Alex Thomas, the #1 super chatter. I think this one's for you.
Yeah, Alex Thomas, #1 super chatter. $33 and 33 cents.
Good job, Alex.
Picture perfect. Why are you so quiet tonight? And Skystorm, does Magna get used in late game in Oni?
Well, you answer the first question first.
Well, I'm letting you show off your magnificent new thing.
No, you were trying to do what we were talking about earlier before we started the stream.
No.
Avoiding a direct question.
No, because I thought the question to you was more important.
Settle yourself in, guys. Here comes the excuse.
I will answer. It's fine.
Go on then.
I'm being quiet because I'm letting you show off your marvelous new creation. And I very nearly dropped my mouse there.
Yeah, don't play with your pets while we're doing a stream. She's surrounded by rodents at the moment, isn't she? Guinea pigs and gerbils.
Oh, shush.
She almost moved into an apartment with guinea pigs, didn't you?
Yeah, that was a definite no.
Weep, 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 weep. Remember, oh man. Oh, guinea pigs keeping you awake all night. Beep, 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 beep. You know, you can actually listen if you go onto YouTube, right, and not Google, but you know, search for noisy guinea pigs. And there's loads of videos of really freaking noisy guinea pigs going beep 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 beep. Oh dear. What was my question? Does magma get used in the late game in Oni? Well, the answer is it can be, but can you play a game like start to end without using the magma? Yes, you can. You don't need magma, but it can be used. I mean, it's a bit of a pain. It's difficult to use, but you certainly can use it for things like cooking. Like if you want to like dump, for example, crude oil into magma and get it to create like petroleum or sour gas or whatever. So yeah, you can. Or but I don't know. I suppose you could. I mean, you could use it for like anything that requires heat. You could use magma, or you could expose a magma chamber and use that to heat stuff that you like pump through it or whatever. I mean, obviously, you can't run the pipes like directly through the magma. Well, not until you get to like space age materials. I think you could probably. Well, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know whether you can. Well, no, you can, because you can pump magma, can't you? So you must be able to have pipes that withstand the temperature. But seriously, what you do with it, I don't know. So yes, you can use it. Do you need to use it? No, you don't need to use it. We have a couple more. Oh, that one's for you.
You take the first one, I'll take the second one.
No. Actually, you should take. But no, go on. I'll take the first one. Ogre333, $2 super chat. Thank you very much, Ogre. And he says, Skye. What? Skye the Might Internet Pop Ref Paul Muad'Dib. Do you get that one?
No.
Okay, I'm glad it's not just me. I thought I might be having like a seizure or something, but no. Skye, that is they might no, I don't know. Do you know what Muad'Dib means?
No.
It means oh no, it's not Muad'Dib. It's he's got so many bloomin' names. He's got more names than somebody with loads of names. It's called Paul Atreides. He's also called Paul Muad'Dib, which is like his tribal name. But he's also got a secret tribal name, which is Usul. And I believe Usul is... it describes... It's not mouse. It describes a phase of the moon, which was known as the mouse phase of the moon. So Usul is the mouse phase of the moon. When I think the moon looks like it's got shadows that look like a mouse, I think. I can't remember. And he's also the Kwisatz Haderach, and he's also apparently a Mahdi, and he's got so many blooming names. It's ridiculous. Are you going to read the next? Yeah, you read the next one.
Yeah, I am.
I'll focus in on it for you. There you go.
Corpse Hatch, $2. Big pink thingy travels deep. It is the legend.
Apparently. My big pink thing is going to be getting bigger. Hello, somebody's entertained.
Sorry.
Shadow Lucifer.
Hey, Lucy.
Lucy! It's always good to see Lucy. Where is Lucy? What? Lucy's running around here, so let's have a look. Where are you? It's Lucy, named after Shadow Lucifer. And we'll go follow cow. We'll follow you around. Follow you around a bit. Oh! You were in the loop. Sorry. Oops. Oops, bad timing. Yes, Shadow Lucifer says, hey, nice to you. I assume you mean nice to see you alive and well, or hear you alive and well. Yes, I am alive and well. Well, I'm alive and like everything apart from my throat is well, but my throat, oh God, this sore throat is just going on. It's been like, I've had a sore throat for like 6 weeks or something now. It's starting to annoy me a little bit, but hey, it is what it is. You can read the next one.
Ogre 333, $2. Hashtag big pink thing. Skye is coming. Oh my God.
Yes, indeed. The less said, the better, I think.
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely.
Come on, Lucy. Run around and use the... I love it. I love seeing them flying through the transit tubes. Very cool.
Alex Barton wants to know, Skye, when you're taking him on a date.
About the 12th of never. Or, no, let's say, how about the first blue moon after the 12th of never? How about that? Will that do? There you go, and that's firm. That's a promise. Next question.
Mr. Cicino, Pitch Perfect, can you ask Skye if Skye considered using a liquid reservoir to regulate the liquid pockets, please?
Have I considered using a liquid reservoir to regulate the liquid pockets?
I think it said packets. Sorry, that's my bad.
Oh, right. So you mean like well, I haven't got it here now, but this is a reference to when I was showing off the new cooling system. If you've just joined the stream and you've missed it, well, don't worry. You'll see it in the next video, and it's awesome. By the way, just so you know, freaking awesome. What I need to do, I mean, yes, I could put a reservoir on there, but the thing about using reservoirs is that, that if you're not getting a constant supply, so you start using up the reservoir, then at some point you'll exhaust the reservoir. Because the whole point of this circuit is that I'm feeding in as much water as is coming out. So all I need to do is just to ensure a constant supply, right? Which should just be a water pump pumping solidly so that it goes round, cools the base, goes into the cooling system, comes out, goes back in the reservoir. Simple as that. So I just need to like have that system doing that. I mean, the other thing that I could do is instead of supplying full 10k packets of water, so like these packets are all 10k. Now because I've got a valve on the system, I could reduce that to say 9k, which would mean that the water would back up, and then that would kind of fill in naturally any missing packets. But the point is to avoid having any missing packets or any interruption to the supply. So, but yeah, I take your point. Black Outcast Media Broadcasting says, what happened to the smooth hatches? They disappeared is the answer. But it was a good thing because I was going to get rid of them. In fact, I only noticed when I was going to get rid of them. I went to get rid of them and I was like, where have they gone? I did mention this in one of the videos. Yeah, they just they disappeared is the answer. 1 minute they were there and the next minute they were gone. So seriously, I have no idea like how they disappeared or why they disappeared or whatever. So there you go. I love watching them whizzing around the tubes. That is so cool. I'll leave it there so you can see them using the access tubes. Next question.
Jamie links me out, wants to know how much more is it to buy the game with oxygen included?
Oh, I would laugh, but I fear my head would fall off.
There was another question.
Thank you for that.
Sorry.
Now I know. Now I know it's 10 o'clock.
Sorry.
Fancy setting an alarm for the end of the stream.
Shush.
God, somebody's desperate to get away.
No.
You see, this is the thing, guys. You think she likes you, but like she's like, oh God, I can't wait to get out of here. Oh God, I just want to get out of here as soon as possible. I'll set an alarm.
That's not what that was, but thank you for drawing attention to it.
Is it because Regina's not here? Our sleuth announcer.
Well, yeah, it's not as fancy a way of saying it's time to sloot, is it?
No, it's not. But since we started late because we had a technical issue.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
We'll run on a few minutes, like 10 or 15 minutes. But then, for anybody who's interested, I will be going onto Discord as I do after every live stream, and I'll just I'll just show you the perks. So anybody who's a channel member or a Patreon supporter gets access to Skye's Discord server, and I am on Discord after every live stream. So there you go. And you also get badges and emojis and all kinds of stuff. And I still need to do more emojis, which I haven't done because I've been too busy with Oni. Oni's like a blooming full-time job. It really is. I don't get a minute to myself. Sorry about the throat. Next.
We've got a super chat from Alex Barton.
Oh. Who says sloot? For anybody that doesn't know, that's the Danish for end or finish, which is why Regina is our sloot announcer.
And another one from
Ogre
333, $2 hashtag big pink thing. Put a tube through it. I
will be threading a tube through my big pink thingy. I'm gonna extend this this plastic tube right through my big pink thingy.
Ouch.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to that.
Right, questions. Black Outcast Media Broadcasting wants to know
who is one of our new members. See, that's
indeed.
You should say that. He's just become a member. We need to pamper him.
Okay. He would like to know what's the best power source to use mid-game. Coal seems to lag me getting into strong mid-game, even with hatches.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it should be part of your armory. Is the answer? The best answer to that question is diversification is king, right? The best way to ensure that you don't have power problems is to diversify and have a bit of everything. Because if for some reason one thing breaks down, so for example, I am going to have some problems coming up because if we look at this, well, I can't see. Oh yeah, I can. In 18 cycles, this is going to go dormant, right? And it's going to be dormant for like 41 cycles, right? And this is why I need to extend this reservoir quite dramatically because I am not going to have enough gas stored in here to last 40 cycles. And this one, I haven't done the analysis on this, so I don't even know with this one. So if I run out of natural gas, then I need to be able to rely on other things. So I've got my hydrogen, I've got my coal. I'm like, in the short term, I'm probably going to have to put in some hamster wheels to deal with this next thing, unless I can get down and like get petroleum as a source. I could potentially use the iron volcano for a steam turbine, but I've got to say I'm not staggeringly keen on that. So really, it's coal, hydrogen, natural gas, and hamster wheels until you get to petroleum. Oh, and ethanol if you've got wood. Anyway. And as with most games that I play, I can't get wood at the moment. I have no wood. So actually, you know what? I say that, but I do actually have some tree seeds. Let's have a look. Arbor trees. All right. Arbor acorns. I have actually got 4 arbor acorns. So I could start. What I really need is a pip. I need a pip as a care package, because there's no pips on this match because there's no forest biomes. If I got a pip, I could plant up a forest. Now I mean I could plant them manually, but then they grow really slow. Yeah, I don't know. I might. But if you've got access to wood, then you want to get you want to start producing ethanol. And ethanol is a good source of fuel, potentially. So I think that answers that question, doesn't it? Unless anybody's got any really clever ideas.
There was a super chat.
And it's Alex Thomas again.
Mm-hmm.
Alex Thomas, the #1 super chatter. And he said a $5 donation. Thank you very much, Alex. And he says, I will be on Discord after this live stream. Yay! So I'll see you on Discord after this, Alex.
Redwing15 asks, what's the best way to support you, membership or Patreon? Asking for a friend.
I mean, to be absolutely honest, whatever works better for you, whatever is more convenient or whatever for you, is the best way to go, right? If you're asking in terms of what do I get the best return from, then it's Patreon. I get like 90% of Patreon pledges, whereas with memberships it's only like with channel memberships it's 70%. But if for some reason you prefer the channel membership because I don't know, because you like the saucy sexy badges, or you like being able to use the emojis or whatever, then feel free, whichever works for you. And if you want the cheapest one, the cheapest one is if you want to be able to get into Discord, is a $2 Patreon membership. $2 a month on Patreon, you've got access to my Discord. Simple as that. Boom. Next one.
That was my last question.
That was your last question. Hey! That kind of worked out well.
Yeah, it kind of wraps everything up.
Oh, so by the way, what did people say about the tips videos? Because I didn't really see. I got distracted.
There were a couple of yeses, but I did get a bit lost with super chats and things. Sorry, let me scroll back for you.
Or I could just poll them again now.
You could. It'd be quicker.
I'll just poll you again now. So guys, I was talking about the tips. What do you think? Do you like the idea of the tips videos? And there are 2 potentially, a beginner's one and like a more advanced one. So like, what do you think? Just do 1 tips video. Just pick the best ones, or do 2 tips videos. Do a beginner's and an advanced one, or should I shut my face and keep it to myself? Squeezle says, what tips? Lots of tips. Shall I give you a tip now, Squeezle? Here you go. This is the tip of my big pink thingy.
You behave, you.
There's a tip for you. Oh, dear me.
Oh.
Alex Thomas says, yay, I'm number 1 for another awesome source live stream. Yes, you are, Alex. How did I know that was going to happen? And Alex says, yes, do tips on all things. Jim Spinner says, 2 tips videos. Yes, tips. Yeah, it looks like you guys want some tips. All right, I'll do it. Beginners and advanced sounds good. Cool. Awesome source. Well, in that case, you've got some good stuff to look forward to. You've got the cooling system to look forward to. Building that is going to be I think that's going to be a cool video. I think you guys will enjoy that. Just the simplicity of it. It's freaking awesome. And yeah. So I guess we'll leave it there. It's time to go.
Oh.
Mom. Can't I have an extra 15 minutes? So, go on, say goodnight picture.
Let me just read that super chat really quickly. Ogre333, $2 hashtag big pink thingy. Yes, just tips.
Indeed.
Yes, good night, everyone. It's been lovely talking to you as always. And Skye, thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. It's always a pleasure having you here, he said, through gritted teeth.
Oh, shush.
Aw. Enster said, no, don't go. Squeezle Prime's getting saucy. Tip of the morning to you. See what you did there, Squeezle? All right, guys. Those of you who are going to be in Discord, we'll see you there. To the rest of you, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for all the super chats. And we will catch you for some. Well, we'll catch you for another live stream next week, but we'll catch you for some more videos very, very soon. Good night, guys. Say good night again. Picture.
Night.
Night. Peace out, guys.